fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on while I chat, or alternatively, you can treat this like a podcast and just listen while I chat. Either way, welcome, and let me get a few things out of the way. One, as you can see, I am not in my regular diamond painting space. I have had to chase everyone off so that it's quiet in here. So my acoustics may not be great either. Apologies, the lighting is as good as I can get it. I'll try and make the audio as good as I can get it. And yeah, just not my regular space, so maybe not what you're used to. But anyway, lots of stuff to talk about today and some fun things planned. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let me pour some drills in my tray here. Let me start my timer. And you guys, this is going to be like a little odd, both for you and for me. Like I said, I'm not in my regular diamond painting space, and yeah, so we'll just see what happens. Okay, so while I've chased everyone away and it's nice and quiet, let's talk about my life update. Everyone is healthy and well. My father-in-law, the outbreak at the hospital has lifted, so my mom-in-law is now able to go visit my father-in-law, so super happy about that. Not only that everybody's recovered, but also that they're able to resume their regularly scheduled visits. It had been, I think at last count, almost a month since they had been able to see him, so good to know that they're going to be able to get in. All right, I feel like my pen is in the way too much. Let me try adjusting some stuff and I will be right back. I feel like that's a little bit better. I know it's a bit of an odd angle and I apologize, but yeah, not in my regular space. So just doing the best I can here. Okay, so everyone's healthy and well. Everyone's doing okay. Still haven't heard anything about jury duty for my oldest, so I'm assuming that she is not going to have to serve, at least this time. Who knows if that means how many times they'll get called. We'll see. And still no passport for her. You guys, I mean, I paid for expedited service, and to be fair, when I went on the website, it said anywhere from 5 to 13 weeks, but it's been over 5 weeks now, and even paying for expedited, it is still not here. I need to get on their website. I think there's a place on the website you can go and check and see if it's even, where it's at in the process. I haven't done that yet. Or I guess I need to have her do it, but either way, it just hasn't shown up yet. So it'll be interesting when I go to renew mine and see how long mine takes. I keep hoping it's gonna, I know they said they were behind, but I keep hoping it's gonna get faster. Of course, it's the government, so yeah, that's probably not smart of me, right? Some excitement this week. Hubby and I spent some time down in my daughter's old room. We had a bunch of holes in the walls to patch. She hung a lot of stuff on her walls. And after we got done patching, we thought, gosh, there's enough that we probably just need to repaint. And we had leftover paint, and we thought we shook it up enough, but I don't know if the paint is just too old. I don't know if it wasn't sealed well when we put it away last time, but it doesn't match. And it also was leaving all kinds of bubbles and streaks and things. So after painting and letting it dry overnight, we painted over our patches and let it dry, thinking that, it was not the same color because it just needed to dry a bit. But then after we did that, it still didn't work. So we just decided that we're going to wait until we have a little bit more time and go get some new paint and just do it all in one go, because we're going to be using her old room as kind of like our staging area, I guess, or I guess my sorting room. I guess I can call it my sorting room, because I have started going through things to get rid of them in preparation for our eventual move to Canada. But we just have a lot of stuff. You know, we've lived in this house for 10 years. You know, we were in a different house before that we lived in for, I think, 4 years before we moved to our current home. And yeah, you just accumulate a lot of stuff. And I mean, a lot of stuff that we don't need, but we still have to spend the time sorting through it and getting rid of it and things like that. And I did start sorting through all of my books. I am going to be pretty ruthless with our books. I have some that I considered keeping. I have a lot of sci-fi authors, in particular fantasy authors that I really like to read. And there were several of them that I had like almost every single book they've written. A lot in hardback. I mean, in really nice shape. You know, I read them once and then they've sat on the bookshelf, and which is why I'm getting rid of them, because these days if I want to read, I read on my iPad via my Kindle Unlimited. So I don't really, much as it pains me to say it, I don't really read a whole lot of physical books anymore. I do have some classics and things that people have purchased for me or that I've collected that I'm going to keep. But I think I'm going to limit myself to one box of books, and that's it. And I currently have 6 or 7 bookcases full of books. So yeah, I've definitely got some paring down to do. I started going through them, and I gave my daughter 3 boxes already. She's going to take them to the local secondhand bookstore. And it's actually a really nice secondhand bookstore. Usually when you go in and you turn in books, they'll just give you store credit to encourage you to buy more books, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But this one that she's found actually gives her cash. And I mean, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's something. And it's probably more than we would make putting them in a garage sale or whatever. So I just decided to give them to her, let her take them there. And then, you know, if she makes, you know, $10 off the lot or whatever, then she's got $10 for her pocket, and it's all good. The books go to some place that's going to hopefully find a nice home for them, and she's got a little extra spending money in her pocket, and I don't have books to move. So win, 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 right? So once we get her room finished, then some of the stuff that I've already sorted through, like I went through a bunch of our books. We have a ton of vinyl records. We don't even have a record player. We used to, but it broke and we just have never replaced it. And I have a bunch of albums that belong to my mom that I won't listen to, even if I had a record player. I have a bunch of 45s that some are mine, some are my mom's. Same with the albums. Some of the albums are mine, but again, you know, these days we have Apple Music. If I want it, I'll just go get it off of there. And I have already spent a goodly amount of time basically ripping all of the CDs that I owned, because I also inherited my mom's CD collection. So anything that I owned and that she owned that was on even cassette or CD, I have years ago ripped onto my computer so that I have them all as MP3s. So they are all on my giant hard drive, my giant portable hard drive, so I can just take them with me wherever I need, and I don't actually need the records. Now, the vinyl, obviously, I can't rip, but I don't, you know, like I said, a lot of it's my mom's stuff, and I won't, I mean, you know, there's a few Peter, Paul, and Mary songs I'd listen to, but not an entire album. Who else did I find when I was going through sorting all of them? Elvis and Cher, yes, I'll listen to those, but not a big deal. Those I could still get on Apple Music. Anyway, so the point is I just have a lot of stuff that I need to go through. And now that I've gone through the vinyl, the piece of furniture that they were being stored in is now basically empty, and we can put that up on Facebook Marketplace, or, you know, if we decide to have a garage sale, sell it in the garage sale, and then there's another piece of furniture gone that I don't need to worry about. So slow progress. I know eventually I'm going to have to speed it up. I can't be this slow about everything. But some of that will depend on, you know, things that happen while we're on our vacation in Canada. If we, you know, happen to find a house, and if we even decide, you know, we're back to playing that old what if game, back to, you know, do we want to rent or buy? There's pros and cons to both, and we just don't know all the ins and outs. don't know that we will know until we make a decision. I mean, we may make a decision and then go, ooh, we wish we would have known that, but that's life, right? So anyway, going to be using her staging room to figure that out. I did actually find some information that if we wanted to do like a pods thing and have them move us, that they do actually perform international moves. But in reading through all of the steps and everything, gosh, it just seems like it would be so much easier for us to just move it ourselves and be with our things as we all cross the border at the same time. Because there's so many rules and regulations, and because it's international, what I read was there's not a number for you to call for pods. They just want you to do everything via email, and that just doesn't seem like the best way to go about things for me. That would just worry me that, you know, something would happen, and then how do you get a hold of people, you know, if something unforeseen happens during the trip or something unforeseen happens while they're moving things. Yeah, email just doesn't seem like the way I want to do things. So I think even though I found out that they do international, we probably won't go that route. Still lots of options, and I think my brain is at the point where I've just got decision fatigue. You know, we've had to jump through so many hoops to get our PR, which, you know, no big deal. We jumped through them. But now that we've kind of crossed that big hurdle, we've obtained our PR, now it's all about how do we get where we're going and accomplish all the things that we need to do in order for us to be, you know, comfortable in our new place and happy with where we are. So still lots of things to do, and my brain is tired. So probably not a whole lot of new things for me this week in my regular life, other than, you know, yay, everybody can visit my father-in-law again, which I know they were worried about. We have lots of decisions to make, and I need to get my passport renewed still, and yeah, just the house to go through, a million things on my mind, and yeah, decision fatigue. I think that's still where I'm at this week. Still playing the strong what if game in my brain. And you know, there's always that we could make a decision, like I said, and then not even just that we didn't know something, but just in hindsight go, ooh, we thought this was going to work for us, but it really doesn't. No way to know. I think I'm just going to have to embrace the process and jump in with both feet and trust that it will work out the way that it's meant to. Because you know, there are only so many things you can control, and even though intellectually I know that's true, sometimes it's just hard to come to grips with that, you know. Okay, let me finish up this color here. I think that I'm done talking about my life update. I'm just ready to be moved, you guys. I know I talk about it all the time, but I'm just ready to be moved so that I can get back into a routine. I feel like things are not going to kind of be in a routine for a while until we make the move, and I do better when I have routines. My life gets a little too crazy for my preferences when I don't have a routine. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I think that's all I want to say for my life update. So let's jump into my diamond painting life. Oh, you guys. So I'm not working on her today, but I am still plugging away on my Elizabeth for the Mandy Manzano event for May. And I gotta say, I'm actually really loving the kit. When I first got it, I mean, I liked the image, but I wasn't sure once I opened it and kind of looked at all the drills. One, still floored that there are no 310, but enjoying that there aren't. For whatever reason, it just seems easier to work with the dark brown. I don't know why that is mentally, but I was afraid once I saw the colors and stuff that it's a lot of oranges and reds and yellows, and orange is not one of my favorite colors. So I just wasn't sure how it would feel, you know, working on, because that's a large portion of the painting is her dress and it's all those colors, but pleasantly surprised by how much I'm actually enjoying it. Even though it's not typically colors that I would pick, I am having a lot of fun. It's going a lot more quickly than I thought it would, so that's also nice. And you know, rounds are quicker because obviously the drills are bigger, so they take up more space. They're going to go faster than squares just because you place less drills per square centimeter of your canvas, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm adding in a lot of ABs. I'm also adding in some glitter drills to her, and I actually think it's really making the places where I've done that look really good. So I'm really happy with that. I bought those glitter drills on a whim, never expecting that I would get to use them in anything anytime soon. And when I was going through my ABs and kind of picking ABs for that kit, I ended up finding those and thought, oh, I'm gonna stick these in here, and they look amazing. So I'm really happy that I did that, and happy that I had them on hand. So at some point, maybe I'll have enough ABs that I'll have, kind of an AB for every color. Probably not, but if you have never added in ABs or any enhancements, I highly recommend it. It just adds that little extra something to the canvas. You can see over here, there's already a couple of ABs, this red AB right here, and then this pink AB, which is an AB as well. And it just adds that extra little sparkle. And you wouldn't think that, it would make that much of a difference, but it really does. Just those little enhancements. Plus, it's a way to kind of customize it and make it your own diamond painting, rather than just, oh, I did the same diamond painting that everyone who bought this did. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So, highly recommend. The drills, buying them is not that expensive to just buy a small package of them. I think I usually get mine from DP with Sparklers, and I don't remember offhand what the size of the drills are, but I know that they're like $3 or $4. So, for $3 or $4, even if you only bought one, now, shipping and all of that, but even if you only bought a couple, it's not that expensive. And, you have them to add to multiple canvases. Like I bought, I want to say probably 15 or 20 ABs when I was doing my Diana. And I still have tons of them left in pretty much every color that I purchased. And I did that kit, a year ago. I mean, granted, I don't put extra ABs in every kit that I do, but still, they last a long time. It's not like you get a teeny little package and then, you've used it up once you've finished one kit or whatever. All right, let me find this symbol here. There aren't, this is the Y symbol. That's all the drills there are. I'm using my little QB storage containers. I love these things. If you guys have never tried them, check out, there's a link below to get them off of Amazon, and I love them. Even though there's only 28 cubes, I have probably 4 or 5 of the, well, I think they come in packs of 3, so I probably have 6. You can buy them in singles, but I bought packs of 3. And I love them. I use them all the time, even though there's only 28. The little cubes hold so many drills, and they're just convenient because you just have to squeeze the sides and open them. And yeah, some of my favorites. Probably my second favorite behind my Elizabeth Ward storage. And we all know how much I love my Elizabeth Ward storage. Oh, you guys, I hit 500 members in my Facebook group. So yay! If you are not a member of the Facebook group, why not? Go check out the links down below. There is a link to my Facebook group, my Facebook page, and my Instagram. If you want to follow me any and all of those places, join the Facebook group. It just seemed like I was never going to hit that 500 mark, and I finally have. I freely admit I don't understand Facebook a lot. I don't use it enough to be familiar with everything. Like, I was actually wondering if I needed to set up a separate group for my DP for Pets event and just have a Facebook group available for that, because I've seen other people do that. Is that something that would be enjoyable, wanted? Let me know in the comments below if you're in the Facebook group, or after you join it, let me know if that's something people would be interested in. To me, that seems like, well, now you're going to be in 2 groups instead of just one, but maybe that's just me, and maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I've hit 500 members. We're actually over 500 as of me filming this, so woohoo! But I kind of want to do something, and I don't know what. Do I do a giveaway and just like hold a drawing? Do I do like a post and leave a comment, and then I just do a random something? Do you guys have any other suggestions? I mean, I'm kind of open for well, I am open for suggestions. I don't know what I want to do. So if you guys have an idea, please share. Let me know what your idea is, because that would be awesome. I would love to celebrate having that many members in the Facebook group. I think that would be cool. And speaking of giveaways, we are quickly approaching the date for DP for Pets. That starts June 1st. If you haven't heard about that, DP for Pets is the event that I am hosting starting June 1st. It runs the month of June. I will throw a link up there in the corner to the original announcement of it, and I will be doing another announcement with all the official rules and everything. There'll be another video when it opens on the 1st, but the entry link is available for anybody who wants to go ahead and sign up early. If you know what kit you want to do, and you have to fill out the entry form. There will be an exit form as well. You do need a finish, so if you're going to pick something big, make sure it's something you can finish in that month, because the event does end June 30th. So June 30th at midnight will be when I close the exit form, and then I will do a video where I show everybody's finishes and draw the final prize package winner. And I'm actually excited about it. I am going to be doing the final prize package. It's a really cute, pretty big kit from Oraloa. I don't have the sizes in front of me, but I want to say it's at least like 60 by 90, somewhere around there. Very cute kit. And then, you know, I've tried to include a little bit of everything. There's a pin and wax and washi tape and a cover minder and all the things, you know, a little bit of everything. So if you're somebody who doesn't normally splurge on some of the fancy stuff, you know, you can join these diamond painting events and maybe win some stuff that way. And why not do mine? So I will be posting on Instagram during the event as well as on Facebook. If you want to tag me in your posts or use the hashtag DP4Pets2023, I am following all of those so that I can see and like and share everybody else's posts. So yeah, looking forward to that. I have my dragon kit that I just opened up that I'm going to be doing for that particular event. Really looking forward to seeing how that one turns out. It's so stinking cute. And I'm also curious to see, I think that will also be my very first kit with glow-in-the-dark drills. I have glow-in-the-dark drills, but I think the ones that I bought, I want to say I bought them on Amazon. I think they were squares, so I just don't think about them, and I keep them in a separate place than my ABs. See, that's my thing with the ABs. They have to be in my face so I remember to use them or I forget about them. And I don't think I've ever actually done a kit with glow-in-the-dark drills before. Maybe I have and I just didn't realize it, but I don't think I have. And I definitely haven't done a Diamond Art Club with any glow-in-the-dark drills, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Diamond Art Club, did anybody get tempted to buy any new releases this weekend? I try not to look because I know I will get tempted, but I also spend some time looking because, I mean, you can't help it, right? I try to resist it because I dislike the whole FOMO thing. Like, am I really missing out? You know, they make you feel that way. Oh, get it now. It's a new release before it sells out, all that kind of stuff. Well, yes, but it's not really, it's that, what they call it, artificial scarcity. So I tried not to just even look, because then if I don't know I missed it, I can't miss it, right? Oh, I don't know if you guys can see what I've been doing. Let me move this a little bit. There, I finished all the blue down here, so now I'm working up here. Anyway, so I haven't been looking, but we'll see. One of these days I'll get tempted. I'm trying not to buy any more until I get some more work down of my stash. You know, I ended up buying those, when I bought the Marvin and Daffy, I ended up buying 3 kits there. And I'm making progress, but yeah, I just feel like I need to get a couple more out of my stash before I buy anything else. That's what I'm telling myself. So we'll see if anything comes up that I feel like I absolutely have to have. Because, you know, like I said, there's that FOMO there. And I was on Instagram yesterday or the day before, and somebody was posting, and oh, I just saw the kit, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. What is it? Well, it's a Diamond Art Club, and it's an older kit. So it's discontinued, not available anymore. And I know lots of people will say, you know, look in D-stash groups and everything. I try to avoid that as well for the same reason, just because I don't really need any more diamond painting kits. Do I want more? Yeah, sure, of course I do. I want them all. but I don't need any more. And like I said, especially thinking ahead to the move and trying to get my stash down so that I don't have to move quite as many, just to a more manageable number. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm going to get rid of my stash completely, but just to a more manageable number. But then there's that demon sitting on my shoulder that says, oh, I should buy them all now while I'm still in the US and can get them shipped to me really easily. Not that I can't get them in Canada, but just, you know, get what I can while I'm still here. But we'll see. So far I'm resisting that, but we'll see how long that goes. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like you have, you know, this little conversation back and forth in your head about should I, shouldn't I, what should I do, how should I do this? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, interesting. I thought this 4 was going to be like a yellow color, but it's like this caramel color. Always a little bit disconcerting when you go to look for these. Oh, and this isn't an AB. Oh, I guys don't know if you guys noticed, I'm using my pretty placer, or I was, to place all my ABs because not in my normal diamond painting space, and sad to say, I'm not even using glue dots. I have wax loaded in this. Not that there's anything wrong with wax, I just prefer my glue dots, but because I am not in my regular spot, I am having to make do with what I have around. And unfortunately, I guess I could just go buy some more glue dots. They're not that expensive. I'll just run to Michael's or something. That's not a big deal. What was I talking about? Oh, Diamond Art Club and trying to resist temptation, right? So also, I'm anxious to see how my Paint Gem minis go. I opened my first Paint Gem mini box yesterday. If you guys didn't see that video, go check it out. The one I opened was actually the very first one I bought, and it is their museum kit. So it has like a lot of famous pieces of art, like Van Gogh and Leonardo da Vinci, and I don't know who else. I don't know all of the names of the painters, but anyway, I opened it and really pleasantly surprised, you know, very compact. And in opening it, you know, part of the reason I opened it was I wanted to see what all was included and kind of the size of things to see if I would be able to diamond paint on the airplane. And from the size, it looks like I will be able to. And it actually, I was able to pack in, I kitted up the drills in one of my 28 slot containers. Now, I had 30 colors, so I've still got a couple colors floating in bags, but I was able to get everything back in the box, including the 28 slot container with all the drills kitted up. So it will be fairly compact and easy for me to carry on my backpack, my carry-on onto the plane with all of my drills and my pen and, you know, tweezers, whatever else I need, my tray in the box itself, so that it's not kind of all floating around in different places like it was the last time when we traveled before, when we took our trip up to Maine. I was in the car, so I was able to keep kind of everything together, and I didn't feel like I had to pack everything so compactly because, you know, we were traveling in the car. It wasn't like I was having to haul it off the plane and on the plane and through the airports and all that, but it was kind of a pain because everything wasn't all in one place. So being able to pack kind of everything together in one box looks like it will be helpful at the very least. I'm looking forward to it. That's actually I have 4 Paint Gem mini kits. I have the museum one, I have a rainbow one, which I'm saving to do next month during Pride. So I'm hoping I can get to all my DP for Pets stuff that I want to, and still have some time left to do some things for Pride, because I really want to do some of that. I've got a couple of smaller kits I would like to get to for Pride as well. So I'm going to be a busy diamond painter next month, with DP for Pets going on, and then also the stuff that I want to get ready for Pride. I've still got to finish Elizabeth. Do you guys ever feel like you overextend yourself sometimes? I always wonder sometimes if mine is because I am on YouTube, and so feel the need to keep that content kind of coming sometimes, rather than just focusing on the relaxation and enjoyment that I get out of my diamond painting. Again, not that I don't enjoy it, but it is a little bit different having the channel just because I guess there's not necessarily a need for content, but I feel the desire to create content. Maybe that's a better way to look at it. Do I desire to create content? Yes, yes, I do. Got to reframe your perspective, right? That's what it's all about. Reframe, gosh, I need to apply that in so many areas of my life. Whew. That was a big thought for me today. Reframing my perspective. Maybe that's what I'll name the WIP in chat. That's what I need, to reframe my perspective. Stop worrying about all the hoops that we need to jump through and look back at all the ones that we've already jumped through, right? Look at what I've accomplished, not what I still have yet to do. Although then there's also that, you know, they say, don't look at what's behind you. You need to concentrate on what's in front of you. So, and still learning those lessons in patience. You guys, I've talked about before, I am not the most patient person. I mean, I can be in some circumstances, but I hate waiting. I mean, is there anyone who enjoys waiting? Is there really anyone who honestly can say they enjoy waiting for things? Like, I get liking the anticipation of something, but you know, eventually you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I'm just tired of waiting. Or maybe it's just me. Is it just me? Okay, what else do I need to talk about? Yeah, just a lot of stuff that I want to get done that I don't know if well, I have time for everything. It's just a matter of me making time, right? Again, let's reframe my perspective here. What do I need to work on? What do I want to work on? And then prioritize what has to get done, right? I had somebody tell me once a long time ago when I was feeling overwhelmed and just really struggling with everything, that focus on 3 things you can get done every day. Just pick 3 things. If you're really struggling, get up in the morning. What's 3 things you need to get done today? Write them down and then get them done. And then you can say you accomplished something, and that will instantly make you feel better. Even if, you know, the 3 things on your list are getting out of bed, taking a shower, and eating breakfast. Hey, you accomplished some things, right? It's all good. Okay, you guys, I apologize. I think this is going to be another short WIP and chat, but I'm not in my regular space. I don't have all my regular things, and I'm just, decision fatigued. I think that's where I'm still at, and I need to spend a little bit of time kind of reframing my perspective, like I said. And also, off camera, I spilled one of my containers full of drills, and now I get to go play drill pickup. So I will take a picture and include it. But yeah, there you go, guys. You can see what little I have accomplished so far. I'm actually really enjoying this kit, but yeah, I think that's it for me today. Thanks so much for joining me, and thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, guys, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.